Good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday. It is November 7th. Welcome to Profit in Your PJs. And I see there's a loaded screen here. I'm going to go back to the speaker view so that we can see just one screen at a time. It looks like we've got somebody still that's not muted. Let me go ahead and try to mute everybody out again so that we can continue. Here, there we go. We should have a nice quiet recording. Today, I'm super excited. We have an awesome guest speaker on here this morning, and I'm really excited to bring her up. Before we do that, though, I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to just start with a couple quick announcements and some excitement for the start of this month. It is November, and it is the most beautiful time of the year. It's fall. We have officially turned our clocks back. And today, Profit in Your PJs, I love that we have a business that we really can work from anywhere. I love the freedom that we have in this business to be able to work, and I love that affectionately in your pajamas. And so I think it's always a good idea to get dressed from the camera up, but I am dressed today early and ready to go. So I want to talk about what I'm grateful for today, and this is it. You all know we start with some form of gratitude every single morning, and I think that gratitude is the best thing that we can do to start our day. And I am so glad I got to snooze an extra hour. I don't know about you guys, but I love having it be lighter in the morning, and I really don't mind it being dark at night earlier because it feels to me like fall. It signals the change of the seasons, and it gets me kind of excited to move into this time of year where we have lots of festivities. We see people we haven't seen in a long time, and we get to really celebrate the thankfulness and really celebrate that all month long. So I hope that you're celebrating something that you're grateful for today, and that you're reminded to thank people around you, and you're thankful for the life that you have and for all the simple treasures that we have. But I don't know about you, but I was really grateful to get an extra hour of sleep, and I really like feeling really up and alert early in the morning. So double trip points, big announcement yesterday. If you didn't hear the buzz, you're going to get to hear it now. The company has announced the 6th through the 20th double trip volume here, and we are super excited about that. So many of us running for the trip to Cancun. You saw a lot of people share about how exciting Puerto Vallarta was and how amazing that trip was and what it does for your business. Your lifestyle becomes one of your biggest marketing tools that you will have in your business. So when you show a lifestyle where you go on these trips, people want to go. And for that one reason, you, besides all the fun and the camaraderie and just the sheer joy of going on a 5-star trip, you want to always run for these trips, because the more of these trips that you do, people are watching you every single day on social media. Your friends are watching you pack your bags and fill your trunk and drive away in the morning, and it becomes something that really helps to fuel your business. So double trip points for the brand partners only that you bring, not the customers, but the brand partners that you bring into the business, and also all their purchases, right? So their continued ADOs and any extra product that they purchase between now and the end of the year. And that's really super duper generous of the company to do that. And so before I go on to any more slides here, I want to bring on our guest speaker. We have somebody here today that is, you know, I call her the queen of earning trips. She is an unbelievable leader. She is a two-star national marketing director. She has gone out there and created the most amazing business. Her family is involved in the business, and many of you know her, but she's going to talk to us today about how to go out there and get these double points and really maximize your points through parties. And so without further ado, I know that we have Vikki Downey on the line with us. I'm going to stop my share here and go back to the full screen. There she is. Yay. I see that you unmuted yourself. Yay. I'm going to go ahead just real quick and remute everybody. Vikki, I hear a lot of noise in the background, and then we'll have you unmute again. So let me mute all Okay, and then go ahead and unmute, and we should have a clean recording. But Vikki Downey, take it away. I'm so excited about what you have.
Awesome. Thank you, Anna. Hi, everybody. So great to see you all. This is wonderful. So I was thrilled when Anna asked me to share with all of you guys. Some of you know me, some of you don't. Hopefully most do. But yes, so I build this business with my husband, John, who's a police officer. I used to be a teacher, and our two kids, Mitza Downey is a national marketing director, and our son John's an executive director in NorCal. So we are a Nerium family for sure. But prior to Nerium, just to give you a tiny background, because I want to jump into this, we had done Amway, we had a traditional business, and we understood the concept of what we have here at Nerium. And then I joined actually Party Light, a candle company. And I only tell you that because I want you to know when it comes to RRPs, I really know what I'm doing because of the 10 plus years there prior to Nerium. I did so many shows. This time of year, it was about 6 shows a week, sometimes 7. I know that sounds crazy, but when the getting's good, you get going, right? And gift buying time is this time of year. And so I would do multiple shows on a Saturday. I would do a 10 a.m. brunch, a 2 o'clock party, and an evening party. Right? And that's 3 parties right there. So think about that. Open your mind to that for these last 2 months, because if you work full time, Saturday might be your only day if you keep family time separate and don't work on Sunday, right? And maybe you need to have as many parties on Saturday as possible. So that's a whole nother training that we could do on, but I just want you to really open your mind that there's plenty of time to earn this trip, especially like Anna said, with this double volume. So I'm going to teach you how to get more RRPs on the calendar, what to do at those RRPs to generate more RRPs, more bookings, if you will, but also to plant seeds for sponsoring at those RRPs, right? Because that is our captive audience. That's where you're going to have people that are trying the product, sampling, enjoying the camaraderie, having a good time, and realizing, hey, I could do something like this. Or if I couldn't, I know somebody who could really use this and have so much fun with these fun people, right? So let's chat about how to get more parties right now. So I am encouraging to call all of your friends. Call people that you shared Nerium with, and maybe they said no, and offer a special theme. And so I'm going to show you some invites on that. But you could say, oh my gosh, our company has 10 products now. I know I talked to you a year or 2 years ago, and we only had about 5. Now we have 10. I would love to share our products with your friends. And with that, guess what? I'm willing to give you free product, right? Use your Nerium Gives Back. And even, your 3-year free credit, you guys can use that to benefit you to get bookings. We've cleared it, Anna and I know this stuff, but we've cleared it all the way to the top. Tammy Smith even talked about in the beginning days in that the roadmap to RRPs, that booklet that we had, it actually, Tammy reminded me, it was in there. There was actually a line that said, you can use your Nerium Gives Back to generate bookings, to use that, give to people that have a show, right? Have a real results party. So a lot of people are using things like 10% of your show sales, if you will, that whatever is brought in at the show, you can offer the host 10%. It's your business. You could offer 15% in free credit. You could do 20, 25, I think I would max out there if I were you. In my other company, I was used to 25, so I am personally offering 25% to my friends. I'll say, if you have $1,000 party, I'll give you 250 because it's easy for me. I just think 25% of 1,000 is 250. But you can do things like, I'll give you a gift, and even if you think, well, maybe they don't want product, and I should back up a little bit. When I say 25%, I mean that in the form of product. So you're telling them if you have $1,000 party, you would get 25% of those sales in the form of any free products from Nerium that you want, right? So you would use your Miriam Gives Back for that. You would tell them, okay, the night cream's this, this, and this. You'd have the price sheet out. You'd have them pick up to $250 worth, right? And so on, if the party's larger than that. I would always definitely also recommend having a minimum. So I know Anna and I were chatting about this. You know, many people are saying with a minimum show of at least 250, real results party of at least 250, I will give you 10% in either free product, or if you think your friend would really like a gift card to somewhere, you could do a 10% gift card. So $25, right, on a $250 party. If they have 500, they get 50 in a gift card. If they have 750, right, you guys are following. And but it's your business. You can do what you want with this. So I say get on the phone, and tell them you're in a challenge. I know Jill Chisholm shared that on the Miriam U that we did together. We use that like crazy. My leader challenged me. Let those be some of your favorite words, for the future, for booking these RRPs. I'm in a contest. I can earn an all-expense-paid trip to Cancun in April. Are you willing to help me? I'd love to share our products with you. And in that contest, I'm being challenged by my leader because people want to help, right? They want to help you when you have a challenge out there. I'm being challenged by my leader to book 4 more parties these next 4 weeks in November. Can I count on you, right? And then you can go on to offer what you decide you want to offer them. So if they say yes, great, then I recommend sharing themes, because this time of year, who doesn't love a theme? So I'm going to share my screen and show you guys some of the themes that I've recreated these, and I can share these with any of you guys. So this one is, obviously you can read it. Hopefully you guys can read it, and hopefully it's large enough. Fall in love with Miriam right here, right? And then this is just a template, and when your host, and this is for guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen, don't fall into the trap of saying hostess. That's one thing I learned in the other company, that you want to say host because you want it to be gender non-specific. You want guys willing to have parties too, right? Because we know our products work for all of us. So make sure to use host instead of hostess, and then you would put in their name, their address, and all of this. I highly recommend raffle tickets, and let me tell you why. And I learned the hard way that people love to get something, right? They'll come to your party, they'll RSVP if they know they're going to get a ticket. I've had people tell me, oh my gosh, did you get my RSVP? When they get to the party, did you get my RSVP? I want to make sure to get my ticket, right? They want those little raffle tickets. And so make sure that this is duplicatable. Just go to any party supply store, get raffle tickets. You'll have those with you. You're going to want to put name tags on people at the party. And that's when I do the raffle tickets. When they're coming in, I'm doing their name tag, and I'm saying, oh, you RSVP'd, yes. Oh, great. Oh, you brought an adult guest. Great. Oh, guess what? You get 10 extra tickets for bringing the adult guest. And the reason we say adult guest is a lot of people get sneaky and bring kids. Here's my guest, right? But you want people that buy products to be there, right? And we love children, and they can bring their kids all they want, but definitely put adult guests on there. I'm going to start the share, go back to sharing the screen again. But, bring an adult guest. Actually, I put 5 tickets here. You guys can do whatever you want, but encourage them even this time of year to bring their holiday shopping list. Right? We know we have great gifts for people, so I up the ante on that. 10 tickets if they're going to bring their holiday shopping list. And you'd be shocked at how many do. Even if it's scratched out on a piece of paper, at least they put some thought into it, right? And if they're willing to do that, extra tickets. And then if I put get together, did you guys catch that on the bottom here? Book your own get together. If you put RRP on the invite, they're not going to know what that means. And we're trying to get away from party. Because sometimes that scares people. I don't do parties, right? So I put get together. So that's that one. You can see, here's another one. This is now coming towards when Christmas is starting to get here, but I created this one. Join us for a cookie exchange, right? They bring 1 dozen of their favorite cookies and also a dozen recipe cards, because the whole point is that's the snack for the evening. So the host doesn't even have to do any real snacks. Everybody's bringing their cookies. They're sharing their recipe as people are trying it. You'll leave the recipe card by the cookies. They're taking it. How fun is that, right? We had so much good luck with moms groups. You can do these parties during the day when the kids are at school. But again, always do the raffle drawing there. It always works. I created this one, Winter and Wellness, with Nerium International, right? And just hosted by, I didn't put the raffle here, but I will. I ran out of time. And any of you guys can do that. Let's go through. How about we always talk about coffee and sit downs. I created one with the Starbucks logo. Now, some of you might not like Starbucks, so don't worry. I'll show you the next one. I created a Pete's coffee too. Right? It's, sorry, it's going to make it larger. Pete's coffee, whatever is in your area, you know, because I know some people love Starbucks and some people don't. So whatever's in your area. I created a simple one. And again, I'll get these to Anna. I created one without a logo. So if you have a local coffee shop, you could copy and paste, right? And put your local coffee shop. It might be Joe Blow's, you know, coffee. And it's in your hometown, and yet everybody knows about it, right? And that's where you could have a sit down with a couple people. But how cute is this invite if you're able to send that to them? Here's another one, football widows. Now, disclaimer, I'm a football fanatic, but I know a lot of women like to have fun. They might like football too, but they lose their husband all day Sunday. Have a couple parties on Sunday with the football widows. The guys could even be in the other room. I've done that many times. They're in a room watching football. The women are partying in the kitchen, right? And somewhere near where we can watch a video. So same things. Look at this. Let the boys watch football and the girls shall party. So have fun. And then here's some others. And there's many more. I'm going to keep creating more. I have an entire book that I'm kind of recreating what I've done in the past as a sip and see. You guys have probably seen this. Deanne Hazelwood on our team created these Thirsty Thursday, right? So even you don't always have to have a holiday theme. Sip and see Sangria Sunday, right? Or Sangria Saturday. Whatever you guys get excited about. That's the main thing. When I'm talking to a friend that's booking a party, and the reason, by the way, I should back up, that you want new people booking parties. I think you guys all get it, right? Yes, you can have your one of your PCs book a party, but you guys want new people that are not PCs yet, because trip volume comes from new PCs and their PCs, correct? So yes, we want to do parties for our current PCs, but really, we got to be a little selfish right now. We all want to earn this trip. You really want to book it with new people. And so, so make sure that you're calling people, and then when you've got them on the phone, yeah, I'll have a party for you. You know what? And it's shocking how they'll say, you know, I've been curious. I've been seeing more about Nerium. I've been watching you on Facebook. I was kind of wondering what it was all about and that you were still doing it, right? You've got people watching you and offering to book that party, and they're going to get something for free. They will. And when you do the party, now at the party, I highly recommend, and I don't know if you have me on full screen, Anna, but I also set up a virtual office at my Real Results parties. And during the presentation, I go through all the normal steps that we all do, right? And as I'm passing out the lap boards, which here's the lap boards, because you want them to have something in their laps, and you say all the pricing is there, right? And I know Anna puts the entire next steps document and even the new brand partner application with what's in the new kit on the TV, and I do that too, but I also pass out the lap boards. I know she does too. But I then tell people, hey, this is a party, you know, let's take a group photo. I do all of that. And then I say, I know some of you may have to run tonight. I know you've got families. You may have been able to squeak out a little bit of time. I'm going to set up my virtual office over there, and you pick a spot. The dining room is great. The reason there's mindset behind that. You want to have a little virtual office. You'll put your iPad or your laptop. You'll have things out there, and I'm going to show you one of the things, because the reason is they might be curious about becoming a brand partner, but they don't want to say it in front of everybody. So that virtual office is a nice, private, safe place where if they are curious, you're there one-on-one, and they can ask you, tell me about this. My friend Susie invited me, and I'm kind of curious about what it takes to be a brand partner with you guys. I've done some other things before, right? They feel safe. So I love that virtual office. You're able also to upsell, if you will, like if they pick one thing, it's one-on-one, you're able to talk about, well, you know what, you should get the set. And I don't know if you've thought, and then talk about gift buying. I don't know if you've talked about your mom, your grandma, your aunt. Here's another great option. You could get this for your aunt or book a party, right? So that's another time to talk about booking a party. But also have something like this up of you and your spouse on a vacation. Even if you've never been on a Nerium trip before, you could even get a frame that says Cancun, put your picture here, right? And have it like you would in an office, right? We have, we've got a keyboard, you've got pictures of family, and put it there. Right? And they're going to go, oh, what's that? Oh, during the party, I mentioned we're all earning a trip to Cancun, and you could totally do this. Have you been to Cancun before? Right? Strike up a conversation. That's what got me in so excited about doing anything like this, especially in my previous company. I wanted to take my husband on an all expense paid trip. That was my driving force. The money to me was secondary. It was that I was going to be able to do that. And I know there's a lot of men and women out there that, yes, they could use the money, but the trip drives them. So put that. You could also, we also did beautiful picture frame that said either help wanted or I'm hiring. Right, and you also would have that, not obnoxious, but right there. And I would also, if you guys want to have some fun, create a theme book, theme binder. So all those invites I showed you, you could print them out and put them in the binder. So when you're doing their order, you slide this over. If they've said, yeah, I'll have a party, you slide this over to them and they start, here's some themes, pick your theme. And so when you're entering the order, right, or going through their order, if you're going to do it later, they're looking at all these invites, and seeing it, in person really helps as well. Gosh, I'm going a little long, but I did want to also, I could keep going because there's so much. I did want to say, what are you going to do for prizes? Back to the raffle tickets, because you might be wondering, what do you raffle away, right? Because our price point in my other company, I raffled away tea lights. Right, so, but in Nerium, our lowest is probably the eye patches, right? So you could do that. That could be the big door prize. That could be the ending one. But also, you can go to the dollar store and get things like this mask. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's, it's $1. And you can say, yeah, put that on, and then put the eye patches on, right? You could do bubble bath. You could do bath salts. You could do even just candy, like Smarties, right? Because of our EHT product. That could be the relation there that, okay, the next winner gets a Smartie. And you could do a bunch of Smarties, right? Because we're all going to be so much more intelligent and have better memory and focus with EHT. I've gone on Oriental Trading and these are cute. They're tiny. I don't know if you can see relation to my face. So obviously they're really small. But you could put a candy in here or a candle. I got the Nerium N from the store, so that's on there. You could get a margarita glass to go along with the fact, again, you always want to be promoting that with Nerium you can earn a free trip. So this margarita glass, I just put, it was $1, right? Another raffle prize. So be creative with that. And do that at the end. Once I don't do the raffle till everybody's come to me in my virtual office and ordered, because if you do the raffle too soon, they leave. So I wait till, and they're waiting. They'll wait around for that raffle, even just getting a candy. And then last but not least, I kind of shared this on Nerium U. And there's prettier ones. A gal in our Zoom last night, Fonda Ford, just went to a Dollar Tree and got this gorgeous present and bow. But I wanted to kind of show you guys another thing I do this time of year before the end of the party. I say, you know, I did want to share one last thing with all of you guys. Nerium has been such a gift in our family's lives, and I have that to offer to each and every one of you. I don't know if you've ever thought about having your own home-based business, having a cash Christmas, but with Nerium, you can do that. There's plenty of time, and all the tax write-offs. So you throw in all the reasons why, and I actually pass the box around, and inside the box, I have each person open it up and take one thing out. So we go one person at a time. So talk about keeping it interactive, right? And we make them guess, what do you think that metal represents, right? So they would say, I don't know. Oh, it looks like there's a school emblem on it. Oh, and if they don't get it, I say, yeah, I never wanted to miss one of my kids' awards assemblies. And because of this business, I didn't anymore, you know, things like that. And then somebody else might pull out, and you could put $500 in here, right? They pull it out, and they always get, oh my gosh, you know, can I make that much money a week, right? So then they're talking about that, you know, a little sports car, you know, you guys are getting it. Believe, I have a believe rock, so believing in yourself. I've got credit cards cut up, right? So they figure that out. They're like, oh, wow, you know, I could pay off credit card debt. You know, be creative with it, but it's amazing when they go around the room. And you can give a raffle ticket for them for participating too, right? And then add that in. But this is huge. And then you just leave this on the coffee table with all the content strewn out for the rest of the party. But it really gets them thinking, wow, this is something special. So I think I'll stop there, Anna. I know we wanted to keep it at about a half an hour.
You are amazing, Vikki. I know you. You could probably just go on and on and on. I have a question. So the box that you show the contents of, do you do that at the end or in the beginning?
I do it at the end, okay. But yeah, after they've seen how fabulous the products are, we've watched the video. Yeah. I mean, you could do it at any time, but I think it goes over well once they've kind of gotten excited about the products and the company in general. If I did at the beginning, they might think, oh, this is a little weird, you know?
Yeah, no, that's so great, because you know what it does? It gets people thinking, it gets people dreaming, and it gets people thinking about how it's a very passive way to introduce the idea of helping them change their life financially or giving them more time. Like, I never want to miss an award ceremony again. Mm-hmm. And when you do that in front of everybody, there's always somebody that can relate, if not a lot of people that can relate. So thank you. You are just always a wealth of, you know, not only incredible energy, but great ideas. I love the binder. One of my favorite takeaways from this that I hadn't thought about was on your fall in love with Nerium. On that, the raffle ticket idea, I love that, because I love that you're telling them bring their holiday shopping list. It's just a reminder, this is a great way to get your, you know, holiday shopping out of the way. And I am going to go out on a limb and tell you about something I just learned about literally right before the Zoom started. It was an idea that came actually from Jill Chisholm earlier, like literally before we started this Zoom. And so I have to kind of look at my notes to see how this works. But this has to do with fundraising. Okay, so many of us know, I haven't had a kid in school for a while, but when my son was in school, they were always looking for ways to fundraise at the schools. And, you know, they'll do the wrapping paper, they'll do the chocolates, or the, you know, the gift, you know, the candies and the nuts and all kinds of ways. And this is such an awesome way to use our bundles, our bundles of the Illuma Boost cleanser, the eye serum, eye patch bundle, and of course the wellness products as a great way to use as this fundraiser idea. And so how this would work is, provided the school would go along with this idea, it's a way to do it. So each kid, each child involved in the fundraiser would get 4 order forms, right? So each order form would have these bundles on it. They could offer them to their, you know, parents, friends, family. Included is this $40 gift So they get the eye patches and the makeup bag, the cosmetic bag, right, as the $40 gift. So it's great for the kids because they're offering it, you know, to all the parents. You're getting in front of a ton of people you never would have gotten in front of through the kids, because people always feel obligated, I know I do, to buy something when a younger person offers it to me. And then what you do for the fundraiser, you know, you have to be willing to do this, but personally what I would do in a situation like this was I would offer my actual commission in lieu of the trip volume, because I'm going to get a ton of trip volume. I'm going to go on the trip. I'm going to get some customers that would be potentially repeat customers, and I'm going to get in front of people I never would have known. So, so the commission is roughly, I think it's $23 to $26 on these little packs. And so what you can do is say, you know, I would give back the $25 per order back. So if each child went out and they got 4 orders, that's $100 you've raised per child that went out there, per kid, per young adult, however you're doing it. It could be a sports team, right, for the holidays. And if you had, say, 35 kids in a class, that's $3,500 you could raise for the school. So this is a really great way to, you know, obviously you have to be willing to donate back your commission to do that, but it would be an awesome way. And in doing that, the supervisor or the person who made the decision would also be seeing, wait a minute, look how many people wanted this. Maybe I want to be in the business. You could offer them the brand partnership, and of course they would do it. But this is a great time, you know, for people to take advantage of tax write-offs, and we can just go on and on. But I thought that was a really great idea. There were some flyers involved in that. So if you have an interest, feel free to reach out to me and I can get you some of those flyers as well. And Vikki, amazing job with all that artwork on those flyers. I think the company should provide some of these awesome flyers around the holiday season so that we can just actually download and print them. But I know Vikki will share them with me. She's so awesome that way. You are amazing. I'm going to share my screen quickly here because we're running out of time. I want to really respect everybody's time and go back here. One of the things that we saw when we first got started with this business was this this shot right here. And this is, you know, it's really party to rank. How many RRPs would it take if you want to rank up? So I'm going to tell you that I personally think these numbers are a little bit high, but they'll give you an idea. So to make it to director, you're looking to have, you know, 5 parties or more on your team. So this time of year, this is not hard, because just like Vikki said, you know, you could take a Saturday and do 3. You can set up 1 in the morning, 1 in the middle of the day, and 1 late in the afternoon or evening, right? And this is for your whole team, not just you. So senior director, you want 15 plus. So if you're running for rank, I know all of us are running for trip volume right now, but obviously in getting the trip volume, we will be busting through some of these ranks. And I know we're going to have a lot of new directors and senior directors and some executive directors pop here through this season as well. Executive directors on your team, 40 plus. So let's call that, you know, even 30 plus on your team. Easy to do. It's easy even to get to that 40 mark. Regional marketing director, if you're trying to get there, these are some goals that you want to look at and have set for yourself. And then of course, national marketing director. And again, these are not big numbers given the fact that it's your whole team, not just you. It would be crazy to try to do 85 parties yourself in the course of a month. You'd be probably dying and sleeping. So here it is, November goals, and these are what I want you to think about for this month. If you haven't already sat down and written your goals out for the month, if you haven't planned the month before the month began, do it now. Ask yourself, how many RRPs are you going to do on your team this month? You should be very clear on this. Obviously, if you're just getting started, it's how many personal for yourself. So your personal RRPs really are just exactly what Vikki Downey was talking about, which is how many of your friends could you say, hey, listen, you know, I'm really working hard to help my team earn a trip. If you don't want to say I'm trying to earn a trip, you can say I'm helping my team earn a trip. And so I have to do, you know, X amount of these get-togethers. I love anything that isn't called, like Vikki said, a party, because people get really nervous about that word. And a get-together, can you get some people in your house, really 2 or more? And, you know, again, how many on that you're going to do yourself through your friends, and how many are you going to help your team go out and get by using some of these great ideas? And then how many trip points is your goal? Guys, double the trip points. You know, shoot for the moon here, because if you don't have a goal, it won't happen. So this last piece here is probably the most important piece. Double your efforts through the 19th, and now actually really through the 20th, because we've got 2021st, we've got double the trip volume. I made this slide before they made that announcement yesterday, but here it is, right? Here's the double your efforts through all the way through the full time that we've got double trip volume, because people will get distracted right around, you know, the holiday, right around that few days right before Thanksgiving, because of course people are getting their shopping done, they're starting to cook, they're making sure their guests are coming. If you're not doing Thanksgiving yourself, you're figuring out where you're going, and you're probably bringing a dish there too, so people do get distracted. But just a reminder, bring stuff with you to your Thanksgiving dinner. You know, maybe bring some eye patches. I'm so thankful and so grateful for you, you know, Aunt Betty, right? And I really just want to have you try these. Have the whole table try on the eye patches. Take a picture of that. That's a great way to post up on Facebook and say, I'm so grateful for my family. We're all, you know, without our bags this year, right? We're getting rid of our baggage by the end of the month. But these are great ideas that you got today. Hopefully, these will help you. And we're going to go back to the whole entire gallery view so I can see everybody's beautiful face. And I want to tell you guys, this Zoom every single week, we are bringing more and more content. We are bringing more and more people. There are 100 seats in this Zoom. My goal is to fill this Zoom. So promote, promote, promote. It will be up. It's been recorded and it will be up on my YouTube channel. Make sure you go there and grab the recording this afternoon. Share it with your friends on your team, because we've got some great ideas here. So without further ado, again, thank you, Vikki Downey. You are amazing. You are incredible. If you guys didn't know, Vikki Downey is doing the local regional here in Southern California, and it is going to be power-packed. This coming Saturday is our regional, and if you are having a regional in your area, get there, guys. It's a great way to build your business. So without further ado, in all that you do, in everywhere you go, in front of every single person, raise your energy, show up, and be fabulous, and continue to share this gift that we have here at Miriam. So until next week, today's edition of Profit in Your PJs. We'll see you next Tuesday, 7 a.m. Pacific time on this same Zoom number. Bye, everybody. Go out and make it a great day.
Bye, Anna. Thank you.
Thanks, Anna.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Vikki.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Vikki.
Amazing.
Yes, thank you.